wasn't going to film this, but I figured I should film it because if another mom is also in the thick of it, maybe it could shed some light of hope. I'm 7 months postpartum, and today was one of these typical days where I take my baby to multiple doctor's appointments. And I always say that when I was pregnant, God was preparing me for all these appointments that my husband and I are constantly taking our baby to, because from week 20 of my pregnancy all the way to week 39 and 1 day, which is when she was born, I had been going to the doctors every week because I had a high-risk pregnancy. So why I am sharing today? Well, I had a pretty significant breakthrough because sometimes I'll share what I'm going through on stories and stuff, and some people were responding saying, "Oh my God, you're so strong." And one thing I realized is that I'm not strong, but God is making me stronger. And it's sitting so, not even heavy, it's just like, wow, it took all of this for me to realize that when I started going deep with the Bible and doing a daily Bible study, and not from a religious standpoint, just for me to take ownership, because that is the gift God gave me to choose Him or not. And for the first time in my life, as someone who grew up Catholic and didn't really feel empowered to read the Word every day and fill my life with His Word, I am now doing it at the ripe age of 32. I'm turning 33 in 17 days. And it's just wild that all this happens with my pregnancy, and now in the thick of it, 7 months postpartum. And my baby, she is so incredible, but she has things going on. And I am telling you, these past 3 months that I've been reading the Bible daily, it has totally transformed my outlook, because it's taken the weight off my shoulders, feeling like I had to figure it all out on my own, when God has been there the whole time. And He's just been waiting for me to become aware of that and to lean on Him and to let go of this idea that I am the one creating anything out of nothing and manifesting. God is the only one who can create anything out of nothing. And that has humbled me so much and has just given me air to breathe. I guess my point with all of this is I'm human. I'm made of flesh and sin. That sounds like, if I heard someone say that a few years back, I'd be like, whoa, that's a little too much. But wow, at this moment in my life, it's like music to my ears, because there's so many unknowns with my baby, and I could be here crying every single day. Literally, I could literally have enough reason to say I can cry every single day and play the victim and be the victim. Not even play, just be the victim. But what I'm realizing is that if I truly trust God in this process, He wants me to not only trust Him, but find joy in the trials, find joy in the hardships, find joy where you may not even have realized it a few months ago. And now what I'm trying to ask myself, as someone who's co-sleeping with their baby, breastfeeding exclusively, so that right there tells you that I'm always hungry and I'm always tired. And how could I still do it with joy? To me, that is the absolute hardest part, because it is easier for me to be sad, 100%. May not feel like it, but it is easier to lean into that rather than be aware and conscious of the fact that I have God, and through Him and all His strength that I will never understand how much of it is, I can find joy in life. Because another thing that I'm realizing is that God doesn't give me anything I can't handle. So clearly, I'm on a path that He thinks we should be on. And everyone's here for a purpose, right? Like my purpose, my husband's purpose, my daughter's purpose. So, what good does it do for me to keep it all within and not share it? Not because I want people's pity, that's not it at all. I think that sometimes sharing what we're going through from a standpoint that is very vulnerable can help us realize that we're all going through trials and challenges and we don't have to do it alone. In fact, God doesn't want us to do it alone. He wants us to reach out to each other and have community. So this is me reaching out to you so that we could have community and depend on each other and talk about hard things and figure out ways to get through it, with of course him being the lead, because it's just not worth doing life without him, and it gets tiring very quickly as I am reminiscing on my past. But more to come. This is my first Vlogmas, and it's December, it's my birthday month, but it's also reality, and I'm happy with that. I love being a mom. I love being a mom to my daughter. I'm so grateful that God gave me a daughter and that I get to do motherhood with my chosen partner, my husband of 13 years. It's hard, but we do it one day at a time. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.